Chapter 7. Air, Water and Weather. In previous class you learned that air and water are necessary for all living things. Now you will learn more about air, water and weather. Air. You know that air is all around us. But have you ever seen or tasted it? Certainly not, because air has no color or taste. We can only feel it when it blows. Moving air is called wind. Fast and strong wind is called storm. Air, water and weather. Air is a mixture of many gases. It contains gases, dust, water vapors, germs etc. Air contains water in the form of water vapors. It comes into air by evaporation of water from the seas, rivers, lakes, ponds and also from transpiration by plants and trees. Let's do the following activity to know that air contains water vapor. No more. Humid. Things containing water vapor. Wind moving air. Activity 1. Take some ice cubes in a glass and keep it on the table. After some time you will see water droplets on the outer surface of the glass. These water droplets are not the water that comes out from inside the glass. Actually, water vapor of the air condensed on the surface of the glass. Thus it is clear that air contains water vapor. Air in the coastal areas are humid. The air in these areas contains more water vapors. If air contains more water vapors, then our sweat does not evaporate quickly. Due to this we feel sticky and uncomfortable. Hot and cold breezes. Wind blowing gently is called breeze. When sun shines, it warms both land and sea. The land absorbs heat faster than water of the sea and hence get heated quickly. The land also cools down faster than water of the sea. It means water gets warm slowly as well as it cools down slowly. This difference in time of heat absorption and heat loss by land and water causes air to move. The warm air is lighter than cool air. In day's time, when land becomes warm in sunshine, the air above the land gets warm and rises up in the air. At the same time, the air above the water in the sea is cool. So, the cool air moves towards land to occupy the space of the hot air. In this way, cool breeze blows towards the land in the day's time. At night the land cools down faster than water of the sea. The sea is warmer than land. So, warm air above the sea rises up. The cool air above the land blows towards the sea to take its place. In this way cool breeze blows towards the sea at night. Activity 2. Let's do an activity to see hot air rises up. Hold your hand first in the side of a hot mug of milk or water and then over it. You will find that air above the mug is hotter than the air at the sides of the mug. This is because hot air always rises up. Sea and land breezes. The people who live near the sea have two kinds of breezes, sea breeze and land breeze. The sea breeze blows during the day and land breeze blows at the night. Sea breeze. In daytime, water of the sea is cooler than the land. The air above the land gets heated and rises up in the air, as hot air is lighter than cold air. Cold air above the sea rushes to the land to take the hot air space. Thus, cool breeze blows from sea to land in day's time. Land breeze. At night, land cools faster than sea. So the air above the land is cool and air above the sea is hot, as water of the sea is warmer than land. So, hot air above the sea rises up in the air and cool air on the land rushes to take the place of hot air above the sea. Thus, cool breeze blows from land to sea in night's time. Water. Water is an essential part of our life. It is the important constituent of our body. We use water for drinking, washing, bathing, cleaning, watering plants, etc. Have you ever thought, what are the sources of water? Rain is the main source of water. Rainwater collects in ponds, lakes, rivers. Rainwater also seeps down into the earth. So, water is also found underground. We draw out underground water through wells and hand pumps. On heating, water changes into water vapors. The process of change of water into water vapors due to heating is called evaporation. Evaporation of water can be fast if A. Strong wind blows. B. Exposed surface of water is large or wet thing is spread out. C. The temperature of the surrounding atmosphere is high. D. The air is dry. On cooling, water changes into ice. Ice, water, water vapors are the three forms of the water. When water vapors cool down, they change into water drops. The process of changing water vapors into water drops is called condensation. Water vapors and cool weather. We see water in the form of dew, fog, hail, snow and frost in cold weather when water vapor condenses or when the rain falls. Dew. In cold nights, water vapors condense when they come in contact with cold objects. We can see water drops early in the morning on leaves, window panes, grass, vehicles. Standing outside etc. These water drops are called dew. Fog. In winters, water vapors condense just above the land which make a thick cloud. This is called fog. Hailstones. When raindrops pass through the cold air of the atmosphere, they freeze and turn into hailstones. Snow. In a very cold weather, water vapors suddenly freeze into tiny snowflakes. When snowflakes fall, it snows. Frost. In cold places, water vapors first change into water drops and then water drops changes into tiny crystals of ice. This is called frost. It is harmful for crops. Water cycle. Water cycle is the continuous process in which water rotates in its different forms in the atmosphere. Let us understand what happens in the water cycle. 1. Due to sun's heat, water from the ponds, lakes, rivers, seas and oceans warms and changes into water vapor and rise high in the air. 2. The water vapors rise up in the sky. They come in contact with cooler air and change into water drops. This is called condensation. 3. The tiny water drops stick together to form clouds. 4. When the clouds become heavy and cannot hold the water anymore, then they fall down as rain. 5. Water goes back to ponds, rivers, lakes, seas and oceans. Again, sun shines, water changes into water vapors due to sun's heat, and in this way it goes on and on. This continuous process is called water cycle. This continuous process is called water cycle. Purification of water. There is plenty of water, about 71%, available on the earth, but only a few quantity, about 0.01%, of water is safe for drinking purposes. To keep ourselves healthy, we must always drink pure water. Rainwater is considered as the pure form of water, but it may also contain dirt, impurities and microbes of the air. So, this water must also be purified before drinking. Impurities in water may be insoluble, soluble or germs that can cause deadly diseases such as typhoid, cholera, jaundice etc. Insoluble impurities cannot dissolve in the water. So, These impurities can be seen in water. Soluble impurities dissolve in water, so these impurities cannot be seen in it. Sedimentation, decantation, filtration, boiling and chlorination are the methods to make water fit for drinking. Sedimentation is the process in which impure water is allowed to stand still in a vessel so that insoluble substances settle down at the bottom of the vessel. Pouring water of this vessel gently into another vessel without disturbing the impurities at the bottom of the vessel is called decantation. Water is then poured into conical flask with the help of thistle funnel fitted with filter paper. Thus pure water is collected in the flask and impurities are left on the filter paper. This process is called filtration. It is same as you see tea being strained through a strainer. Boiling. Filtered water may contain harmful bacteria and germs which can cause diseases. By boiling, germs and bacteria of the water are killed. Chlorination. Another method to kill the germs and bacteria of the water is chlorination. In chlorination, chlorine tablets are dissolved in the water. They are easily available at chemist shops. Underground water. Rainwater or the water we throw on the soil goes down or seep into the earth. It seeps through the topsoil, the subsoil and porous rocks, and it finally reaches under the porous rocks. There is large storage of underground water under porous rocks. We draw out underground water through tube wells, hand pumps and wells. The level of underground water in an area is called the water table. In rainy season, level of water table rises. As we use underground water in the rest of the year, the water table decreases. Weather. Weather is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place and time in terms of temperature, rain, wind, moisture, dryness etc. The weather changes from time to time. The weather can be hot, cold, rainy, windy, humid or dry. The change in weather occurs due to sun. We know that the earth revolves around the sun. The part of the earth which faces to the sun has warmer and longer days. The part of the earth which is away from the sun has cooler and shorter days. So, rotation of the earth causes change in the weather. We also know that earth rotates on its own axis that makes day and night on the earth. The weather of day is warmer than the weather of night. However, weather may change from day to day or from hour to hour. The sun's heat causes wind to blow. The heat of the sun warms the air. The hot air is lighter so it rises up. The cool air is heavier that takes the vacant space left by hot air. Winds start blowing in this way. Quick recap. Water has three forms: ice, liquid water and water vapors. Rain comes due to water cycle. Water rotates in its different forms in the water cycle. Sedimentation, decantation, filtration, boiling and chlorination are methods to make water fit for drinking. Air is a mixture of many gases, water vapor and dust particles. Hot air rises up and cool air takes its place and thus causes breeze to flow. Moving air is called wind.